Hello everybody and welcome to a bonus episode of the Pies Nation podcast. Nicholas Sacco here with you. Marcus Callahan is to my right, and joining us for this very special episode is a man that's only joined the Pies a couple of months ago but has made an immediate impact both at VFL and at AFL level. It's Roan Steele. Roan, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thanks for having us, boys.
It's been a very quick ride for you, as we were just speaking about off air. Our first pick in the mid-season draft earlier this year, and you've been able to get some great experience at both VFL and AFL level with the Pies, as we said. Have you had a chance to sit back and reflect yet, or has it all been a bit of a whirlwind for you?
Yeah, I haven't had too much time to sit back and reflect, to be honest. As you mentioned, I've got some great experience with the VFL team, and then lucky enough to get a bit of experience with the AFL team as well. So, the job doesn't really give you time to sit back and reflect. But, definitely after my debut and the last few weeks, I've tried to take in as much as possible and, reflect a little bit.
Now, we'll obviously speak about your journey in a little bit more detail, but did you expect things to happen so fast? I mean, I know that you had been touted by the club a little bit before you eventually got drafted, and you had been playing some great VFL before you made your senior debut, but it seems faster than the average play in terms of getting their opportunity and then going straight to AFL football. Has it been a quick one for you to try and get ahead of?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a bit surprised when it came around, and things sort of happened pretty quickly in terms of the draft. And then, only been here a month and getting my debut, I definitely didn't expect that. But, I've loved every minute of it. I think my approach to it was to just really step in and take everything as it comes, and really appreciate the club and the players, especially for getting me up to speed as soon and as quick as possible with all the footy side of things. And I've been really lucky to be in an environment that sort of made for people to come in and be their own person and show their strengths. And then there's sort of no ceilings here in terms of opportunities. So I definitely took that mindset into this, and hopefully it's paying me back in the long run.
No, fantastic. Now, we've had both Lockie Sullivan and Ned Long on this podcast over the last 12 months, and they've been fantastic in detailing their journey into getting into the Collingwood AFL system with us. I mean, there's been a lot of perseverance and dedication to their craft to get to the points that they are now, and I have no doubt that your journey is pretty similar to theirs. Talk us through what those steps look like for you, and I guess how you were able to deal with the hurdles that you had to face on your way to getting onto the Collingwood list early this year.
Yeah, so mine is probably a little bit similar to theirs. I just played junior footy at Frankston YCW and never sort of played any rep or TAC Cup or sort of state squads there. And then was lucky enough after my first senior year there to get picked up by Casey Demons. So spent 3 years there, was very lucky, pretty much played every game in my first year, and then played every game in the last 2 years. And then, an opportunity came up to head over to WA and in the Waffle, and took some time to really reflect on my footy and see where my strengths could, blossom, and hopefully they get seen by an AFL recruiter, an AFL club. And, once the Pies sort of showed their little bit of interest, your mind starts to race a little bit and hoping that it happens. And then, lucky enough that my name got called out.
Enormous amount of change in such a short space of time, Roan. Are you feeling settled now that your club, with your living arrangements, the daily routine, getting to training on time and all the rigours of AFL footy? I know it's only been a matter of weeks, but are you feeling settled now?
Yeah, very much so. I think I was very lucky that I was coming back home. I'm a Vic boy originally, so that sort of side of it wasn't too much of an issue. And I think now I've sort of been in the club for 5 or 6 weeks. I sort of get the understanding of the program and how everything runs. So I think I'm feeling very settled And hopefully my footy starts to show that a little bit too, with some consistent performances and, just really embedding myself in sort of the system and the role that the coaches want me to play. So, yeah, I'm feeling very settled.
Fantastic. Now, just back to when you made your move to the Waffle, you mentioned, of course, you were a Vic boy, and I'm sure it was a big step for you to move to the other side of the country to continue to chase that dream of yours. And I've read about Shane O'Brien, how he was one that was pretty keen on you from the start of the year and helps you get a medical at the club prior to, of course, you being drafted. A terrific Waffle season for you prior to getting picked up by the Pies. What point this year did you feel like, I've got a genuine shot here at getting an AFL chance? Was there a particular moment, or did it just build over time for you that you felt like this chance was going to be the one that you could take?
Yeah, I think it definitely built over time. I was never sort of set in stone that I was going to get picked up at any point, really. Even when the Pies showed a little bit of interest, I was still a little bit uncertain on where I sat. But I think, building a strong base and a fair few good games over in the Waffle really helped me and grew my confidence that I could definitely perform at this level. And if a chance got thrown my way, that I'd be able to take it. So, yeah, I don't think I could say I was ever certain, but, I was optimistic.
Now, I don't want to bypass too much of your VFL time at Collingwood so far, because you have been playing some great footy, but I do want to get straight to your debut against the Blues at the MCG. Hard to get a bigger moment as a Collingwood player when you're afforded such an opportunity. I mean, the build-up, the week ahead, having Shane actually present your jumper on match day, getting the win and playing a role so early. How do you look back on that week, and how have you been able to have the opportunity to reminisce and just know that you were able to be part of such a wonderful opportunity as to not only getting a debut for Collingwood as their 1,200th player in history, but to do it against the old enemy?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to say that you're the 1,200th player of the Collingwood Football Club. And it definitely took me a little bit of time to sort of reflect on the week, and lots of things get thrown in your face and you sort of realise that at the end of the week there's a game of footy still. So, really tried to sit down with friends and family after that week and really just kind of reminisce on the whole journey and the night and how they were feeling, how I was feeling. But, I was really excited all week. The nerves sort of didn't really come until you get to the game. And then you run out and there's 75, 80,000, and you're playing Collingwood versus Carlton. It doesn't get any bigger, but really took the time to reflect and just appreciate everyone that sort of helped me on my journey, and then to go out and play a really good team performance and get a really big win. That's dream come true stuff for your debut. So. Yeah, I was really grateful and appreciative of everyone. And then, to get an opportunity to sort of show my strengths on the biggest stage is pretty cool too.
No, we loved it, mate. We celebrated it long and hard here on the pod. So congratulations on such a fantastic debut and all you've been able to bring to the table since. Just coming back to your development, as a player still establishing, I guess, a true place in the side and obviously want to be playing at the highest level possible as an AFL footballer, what sort of roles have you played that along your journey that you think have allowed you to thrive, and then hopefully where are you planning to take that now that you're at the Pies?
Yeah, so I started my development in the sort of VFL as a half forward, and from that got to play a little bit of wing and a little bit of halfback, so sort of that outside running roles, and I think that's held me in good stead for now. Being able to sort of play a few roles, and hopefully that gives me a little bit of opportunity at AFL level. I think sort of leaning on the guys that play a little bit of roles like that. I know Pat Lipinski and Will Hoskin-Elliott, guys like that have played wing and forward, Jack Crisp, Steele Sidebottom. Those guys I really lean on, especially in the Collingwood system. There's lots of specific roles that you're required to know lots. I've really tapped into those guys. The coaches have been enormous, Matthew Boyd and Scott Selwell, Josh Fraser, giving up their time. And, yeah, I've really just tried to pester them with questions around role and what I'm doing right, what I can improve on. So, yeah, I think the areas around maybe wing and half forward is something that I see great growth in still.
So what you're telling me is that with an ageing list, you could be the next Swiss Army knife to be playing at the Pies. Is that correct?
They're your words, they're not mine.
Keeping tabs on that one, mate.
Right.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, I'm sure. We'll come back to this interview very shortly. Do you have a preference? Because I guess the general consensus from Pies fans, particularly after your debut, you had ran the most kilometres on the ground and, you have a fantastic tank, obviously, and the fact that you're able to complement that with some great forward skills and a good footy IQ, it seemed like you fitted into the Collingwood system so well. So it was no wonder you got an opportunity so quickly. But do you have a preference long term about where you see best fit in terms of position in this Collingwood side?
Not really a preference. I do enjoy sort of flicking between a bit of both, which is what I got to do at VFL level on the weekend, which was really nice. They sort of offer a little bit of difference. Obviously on the wing is very different patterns to that of a forward. So, I enjoy sort of a bit of a split between both. But I think, the club sort of mentioned to me that the reason why they recruited me was for those specific roles. It wasn't just recruiting anyone. It was recruiting specific for their roles in the team. So that gave me lots of confidence that, whether I was playing forward or wing, I was doing something right at state level that they wanted me. So
brilliant. That's it's good that you've got that versatility in your system. That's always wonderful to hear. Now, you mentioned some of those players that you do lean on from a development point of view. Your Jack Crisps, your Will Hoskin-Elliott's as examples. Only been at the club a couple of months. I'm not sure how many of the boys you knew in great detail, but maybe not purely from an on-field point of view. Who have been some that have gotten around you, have made you feel comfortable at the club and have been able to, play an important role for you, I'm sure with your development, but also just feeling comfortable and building on the strong morale that's already been present at the club?
Yeah, I think for sure everyone at the club is really warm and welcoming for me and for Noah Howes. They give up their time at any time of day, on field, off field. I can't sort of thank them enough for the time they give. But I think one, if I was to sort of pick out, was Tom Mitchell. He was sort of in the VFL team when I arrived, and he sort of willing to have a chat with me and really show me sort of what it takes to be an AFL player in terms of his preparation, and Monday to Friday stuff is second to none. So, he's been a big one for on-field and off-field when I got to the club.
Awesome. Coming back to the game you've just played, I had a close look at it on Saturday night on free-to-air, and it seemed to me that you were incredibly clean around the contest and inside forward 50, and that last goal you kicked was an absolute beauty at the drop of the rucks. Did you notice any difference coming back from playing ones for a couple of weeks to the speed of the game in the twos?
There definitely is a little bit of a difference, but I think getting that experience, you can only use it to your advantage, I guess. There's sort of a high level at state league level still, so it's something I pride myself on, being sort of a one-touch player and really clean. I think I got to show that at AFL level as well, and then it's just really preaching at the club that whether you play AFL or VFL, you sort of show that you're an AFL level player, and that's something I've really taken pride in, whether I'm playing AFL or VFL.
You spoke earlier about, not specifically in this chat, but you have previously about the addictiveness you have after getting that AFL experience and the will and the want to get back to get a bit more of a taste of that AFL level. Keeping that in mind, have you got any, I guess, short and long-term goals that you've got at this footy club? Is it as simple as just trying to find the way to be in the best 23 at a particular areas in your game that you're looking to develop over the next 6 to 12 month period that will see you as a bit more of a staple in this team? What are your aspirations?
yeah, I guess sort of the overarching one is to continue to push for AFL selection. I'm not naive to know that the team that we've got and the depth that we've got in sort of star players, all Australians, experience is sort of the best there is. So, yeah, I'm really just trying to latch on to those guys that are playing week in and week out. And, yeah, hopefully that's sort of me in the next 6 to 12 months. But, yeah, I'm definitely not putting any ceilings. It's sort of something that Fly mentioned to me, was that, yeah, we don't want to put any ceilings on you. Yeah, whether you play one game this year, whether you play none, whether you play all of them, it's just sort of striving to get back to that. And yeah, it was quite funny after my debut. I sort of walked off and thought, wow, I could like really do that again. I didn't think my body would have liked that, but sort of the feeling and that addictiveness, yeah, I've mentioned that to a few people. That's something that you just want to keep having.
Well, just quickly, I want to get your thoughts on what it's been like working with Fly, because we've gotten some great perspective from players in the media and talking with us over the last little bit about the influence he has on you in such a short space of time. Have you felt the same since being with Craig at the club?
Yeah, 100%. A really family-orientated person, which is awesome for me. My family's felt really welcomed as well. It's not just me. So he really preaches that around the club, which is awesome. And then just being really calm and clear in, what I can do to get better and what I'm doing really well. So that's something that I've really enjoyed with him. And, yeah, he's just an awesome guy. Everything you sort of hear from the players is true. He's, very family-oriented and, just loves sort of the people in here and loves a happy, positive vibe around the club. So, yeah, definitely what you hear from everyone is definitely him because, he's been awesome for me.
That's brilliant. It's great to see that he's just as lovely to hear and be with behind closed doors as he is out to the public for us Pies fans. You've been great with your time. I want to ask a couple of very quick rapid-fire questions. Would love to get to know a bit more about you outside of footy. Do you have a pre-game ritual or superstition that you have prior to any game?
I'm not a very superstitious person, but I think it always seems to be pasta the night before.
Ooh. See, it's an old reliable, but it always works the past before.
Very true.
What about a hobby or an activity that you like to do on your off day? Anything particular outside of footy that you lean towards?
I don't mind trying new cafes on off days. So maybe if you call that a hobby, it's trying different locations of coffee.
Preferred coffee?
It'd be an almond latte.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. Don't mind it. What about a skill outside of footy that you rate yourself at pretty nicely?
Wow.
I know, that's why we're getting you off topic here. But
I don't know if I've got one for you. Cooking steak.
Cooking steak. Okay, that's not bad. Very hard to get that wrong, so I can see where you're coming from. That's very good. Do you follow any other sports pretty closely?
Yeah, I'm a massive Liverpool fan, so the Premier League's a big talking point in a few friendship groups. So, yeah, the Premier League.
Back-to-back this year, next season, you think?
100%.
I'm glad we're doing a Collingwood podcast and not one, because I'm United, and
No,
I really don't want to... Are you Liverpool?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm now.
I really don't want to talk about United. There you go. And to finish off, so who's someone that you've looked up to? It can be sport, it can be non-sport, but who's someone that you've seen as a bit of a role model to help you throughout your journey and see you get to where you have at the moment?
An easy one is family, so mum and dad. But in terms of sport, I would say I was a big St Kilda fan growing up. So Robert Harvey was my idol, his sort of work rate on field, and that was something that I tried to emulate. So I would say, Robert Harvey. He's got a little Collingwood connection.
Of course,
Indeed,
yes.
indeed.
We do like that. Very glad you're not at St Kilda and you're at the Pies. It's very nice. I actually read that Nan's a big Carlton fan, and I'm sure that would have been an interesting discussion when you made your debut against the Blues. Have you been able to convince her to change teams yet?
Yeah. All mum's side, so Nan and cousins are Carlton supporters, but I think I've got them at least wearing Collingwood scarves and Collingwood colours. So much to their dismay, they're going to have to beg for the Pies.
One game at a time.
Yes. It's not that hard to do at the moment, let's be honest. But fantastic that you've been able to get them on board. Roan, it's been fantastic, and we really do appreciate your time jumping on the podcast. It's great to get to know you more, and we can't wait to see what you do in Collingwood colours in the years to come. So thank you so much.
No, thanks, boys. Thanks for having me.